Hey Internet, I have here with me today my new custom wheelchair. This is the Paradox wheelchair from Not a Wheelchair. I'll be doing a review, talking about the ordering process, the shipping process, as well as build quality, first impressions over the first couple of weeks, and other stuff like that. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So, first order of business, I do want to mention that my condition that causes me to need a wheelchair is called FND. This is functional neurological disorder. It is a condition that can cause my legs to either be paralyzed or be very tremorous and make it difficult to walk. It kind of depends on the day. So, just want to mention that just so people understand that I am, in fact, an ambulatory wheelchair user. Anyway, let's continue with the review. Okay, so this is the configuration that I ordered for my wheelchair. As you can see here, the configurator is actually quite nice because you can move it around and see what you're looking at. You can see that now they've changed it so it says 6 to 8 weeks. Also, a disclaimer that this is not a medical device, which is expected. Yeah, so basically you can just change it to whatever you want. You can change the colors here. Change all the measurements on the seat, frame, backrest, footrest, wheels. So let's see. The ordering process itself and shipping was fine. The ordering process was fine. What happened was I got an email from them about a week after I ordered it just to give me the final drawings. And then after that, I waited about 1.5 months for them to ship it. And then it arrived in shipping. Unfortunately, a little bit damaged. I was able to fix the issue. I didn't speak to customer service yet about it, but I do believe that they would be willing to rectify the issue. I wasn't super worried about it. But yeah, other than that, I didn't actually have any issues with the wheelchair itself. Okay, let's talk about build quality. The color that I ordered is the anodized silver. As you can see, I am very, very happy with the way that it looks. You can feel that the texture is kind of this matte brushed texture. I also got the Y frame on the front, as you can see here. I only got the 1.5 inch bend, mostly for aesthetic reasons. And yeah, I'm also quite happy with how that looks as well. Let's see, these are what the casters look like. So these are the wheels. I did put some pink spoke covers on them, but other than that, I've made no changes to them. One of the things I will mention is that I wish that they had a silver push rim version in case you wanted metal, because I wanted metal. And these do tend to scratch up pretty easily. Well, actually, no, that's not necessarily true. I was bumping them pretty hard into things. Basically, they are pretty durable, but they will scratch. And the scratches do show up a lot easier on the black anodization. The tires themselves have been fine. I haven't had any issues with the tires or inner tubes. I do believe that these inner tubes are also by Schwalbe, based on the appearance of this little cap right here. Let me see if I can find the tire inflation information. Should be on the side of the tire somewhere. And let's see if I can get this on camera. So this is the tire information. Inflate to 145 PSI, maximum 10 bar, minimum 85 PSI or 6 bar. So this is the size of the tire, 25 540 or 24 by 1. And let's see, here's the quick release. Works fine. Okay, so these are how the wheels look off of the wheelchair. These pretty standard quick release pins. Yeah, works just fine. So I have no complaints. Side guards are removable. As you can see here, there is a little bit of wobble in them. That's fine. I think if I was going to be using this chair in a very active sense, I would just tape them down. That's kind of it. They're fine. Also worth mentioning about the side guards is that they are cut properly to the size of the wheelchair. In the online configurator and in the drawings, they didn't actually show the side guards cut down to the right size, but I'm glad that they were when they arrived. The backrest does fold down. as expected. Yeah, got it a little bit stuck. There we go. Backrest folds down and folds back up the same way. You just pull up on this bar. It's a little hard to do with one hand. Yeah. Yep. So there, backrest works fine. Okay, let's pull the backrest off and take a look at it. So you can just pull it off by pressing these clasps right here, and then you can just pull it off. Yep, comes off just like it should. Move this here, and ta-da, here's the backrest. So you can see here, there's, I believe, an aluminum plate. These are how it's attached. The backrest itself is just attached to this plate with Velcro, and there's another Velcro thing that goes under here to secure it. Very cute embroidered patch. And yeah, that's the backrest. Okay, so footplate. This footplate is adjustable in angle. You can see on the bottom here that you could just unscrew it. It's adjustable. The length of the footrest is, I ordered mine pretty short. I ordered it at 14 inches, but it was adjustable about another 2 inches. So I moved it down an inch, and there's another inch and a half or something left in here, I think. Regardless, it's adjustable within a few inches, or sorry, within a couple of inches from what you ordered it at. I will also mention that inside of this, the bushing here is 3D printed. I will put some more B-roll or photos that I've taken on screen showing that. I didn't have any issues with it. I do believe that the 3D printing here is of high quality and the plastic is of high quality. So I do expect it to last the life of the chair. Since I started talking about 3D printed parts on the chair, I'll go ahead and mention a few other places that they've been used. So as mentioned, there's 3D printing inside the bushing up here. On the casters, one of the end caps, so this end cap on this side, so the inner end caps are 3D printed. You can see the layer lines of these. So on the inside, these are 3D printed. The outside ones are not 3D printed. I believe these came with the casters from the parts that they ordered. As you can see again on the side, this inner one here is 3D printed. And I'm gonna flip the chair up. These end caps down here are also 3D printed. So you can see this is one of the ones that got scratched up in shipping. This is the one that broke off in shipping. You can actually see, the infill here. So this is gyroid infill. It actually gives me a much better idea of what the plastic is. But I do believe it's ABS or patchy, or it might be some relatively strong composite. I don't know. Regardless, it feels like it's pretty strong. I'm not particularly worried, and they're only in non-essential parts of the wheelchair, so I'm not worried about it. But and I believe these end caps down here are 3D printed as well. Sorry, trying to get the placement of everything. And the end caps up here are also 3D printed. Again, I do feel like they're in places that are relatively safe. I have sat on this footrest before to do a floor transfer. I didn't have any issues with that. So I do want to get a look at the how the rear seat height is set up. So that mechanism right here. So you can see that these are the clamps that hold the camber tube in place. Let's show the one on the other side as well. And let's go ahead and turn the chair. You can see that there are holes mounted here that where this vertical tube is connected to, this vertical riser tube, and then back here is where the backrest tubes are placed. And of course the side guards are connected just on top of this tube right here. Okay, so let's talk about the brakes, the wheel locks. These are scissor style wheel locks. They're fine. They were very stiff when I first ordered them. They were actually seizing a little bit. So what I had to do was put a little bit of, I used some dry lubricant, like motorcycle, I believe it's wax-based chain lubricant, and that helped loosen them up. But really what helped the most was breaking them in for over a week. And at that point, they loosened up and they were very easy to engage and disengage. Okay, so I'm back from recording all of that footage of all the different parts of the chair, and I'm ready to do my conclusion now. So what I have to say is that I'm really happy with the quality of the parts of the chair, considering the price. I'm really happy that there's a hard backrest, scissor locks. The wheels are also very nice. And yeah, the chair works as it should, which is honestly the most important part. I haven't had any issues other than the shipping. I have been rolling around with this chair for 2 weeks, pushing it pretty hard. Nothing too crazy, not like a million curb hops or anything like that. But I've been enjoying using it. I haven't had any issues with using it, and it's pretty easy to like fix as well. All of the parts are standard Imperial parts. So if you have like a toolkit, you can just fix things. You can adjust the settings of it pretty easily as well. And yeah, it's a good value. I would say that I recommend this chair to people who want a second chair and don't want to pay out of pocket for one that they would go through insurance. I think this chair is potentially a good upgrade for people coming up from hospital chairs, but their insurance for some reason doesn't cover enough. I was in that scenario. I do feel that you shouldn't just order a custom chair without either consulting an ATP or like having a very, very, very good idea of what your measurements are, because it's pretty easy to make a 4-figure mistake if you get it wrong. So there's that. My hair's all messed up. But yeah, I don't regret spending the $1,500 that I spent on this chair. Well, actually, no, it was $1,650 because it was about I think it was about $100 or $150 was the cost of the shipping for it on top of everything else. So yeah, it's a good wheelchair. I've enjoyed using it. Hope that information was useful to anyone watching. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do disability videos and art videos when I'll get back to doing that. So yeah, that's it. See y'all next time. Bye.